Hello. I am so delighted to be presenting this information because it's made such a difference in my life. Basically, how do you reduce the struggle in your life when you're going through a circumstance that the more you try to do it, the more you try to help the situation, the worse it gets. My name is Edna Castillo, and I am with Living Reality Dreams Life Coaching. If you love to receive a weekly Seeds for the Soul reminder of how to live a more balanced life and learned tools that I teach in life coaching, I invite you to go to Living Reality Dreams and subscribe. So there was a time in my life when I was really struggling. And this was at the very end of my career in corporate. I was in a very demanding position, and I was loving being challenged that way. But what I really wasn't loving was the amount of stress that my boss was creating. So for some reason, her and I weren't aligned in our vision, and the amount that her demands were really stressing me out, where I started working longer hours. I started putting in more time, more effort. And the more I did that, the worse it got. And the worse it got in terms of even my health was affected. I started feeling anxiety, where it would be a weekend where I would be relaxing, and all of a sudden I would start breathing very hard. And it was just not something that many of you may have undergone or are undergoing, but not something that we should be experiencing if we're loving our life, right? This is why we're here, to love the life that we're living. So at the time, I didn't have these tools. So number one, I would love to encourage you to really equip yourself with these tools as you're living through your circumstances. So because my life was affected, I was called to do something about it. One of the things was anxiety, and I was also not sleeping well, and I was gaining weight, and I was just not in a good place. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor prescribed, you need less stress in your life. Well, that's easier said than done, right? How many times have you heard that? You need less stress in your life. Well, what he really meant is your system right now is undergoing a lot of stress, and most of the time you're in this your nervous system, it's in the fight, flight, and freeze response, because you feel attacked. You're responding to whatever's happening, and therefore your system is just fight, flight, and freeze, which is using this the sympathetic part of your nervous system. And so therefore you need to engage the other part of your nervous system that will let you relax, that engages the parts of your body that is acting normally, like your digestion being in sync, and your heart and everything working really well, and just being in a relaxed, digest, and creative mood. Or state, I should say. And that's what he meant. Have less stress in your life, therefore create activities that will bring in the state of relaxation. Engage the parasympathetic part of your brain and do those things and live a balanced life. So yes, that's counterintuitive to working hard, struggling, pushing through, getting it done. But what it actually does, it diffuses the energy that you're of the struggle energy, and it brings balance into your life. When you're at a state of create, digest, and create, you're actually using your imagination on how to create a better life, and so the land of solution is open for you, where great ideas are occurring. So therefore you're beginning to prosper and prosper and prosper. If you are in a balanced way of living, right, where you go to the land of create and solutions by engaging in activities such as yoga, meditation, even walking in nature, things that will really ease your nervous system and let you relax. And while doing those things, then you can actually go back refreshed to the challenging situation that you're currently facing. And that goes for everything. My explanation is about business, but it also works with my health. When I was in my health journey in cancer, taking those moments to really honor my body would then help me think of ideas on how to nurture my body. So then that way I can make the cancer experience a lot better and not live in such a panic mode of, I have cancer and my gosh, the fight, flight, and freeze of what's going on. How am I ever going to get through this? And not living in a state of knowing that it is just a stage in my life. And, I have to, having a vision of a life that will eventually go back to normal. Right. So that's what I'm here to share today. There's genius in our body. There's total genius. Whatever you are facing, whatever you are stressed out about, engage that the part of your nervous system to create the life that you want. You want to engage that part that is going with the flow of life, not against the flow of life, and activating the hormones that allow you to grow and expand and really be at peace with who you are and what you're doing. So with that, I bid you well, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.